Just finished a quick run. It's currently Christmas Day and I'm not really the biggest fan of schedules. Like I said, I wasn't gonna really do anything or work today. But then I woke up and I thought of a really funny video idea, so I made a short about it. And then there was some really crazy situation going on Twitter with the CEO of Code Rabbit, so I just had to quickly make a video on that. I told myself maybe we take today off and not build. Inspiration to do stuff just like strikes, and I usually like to take advantage of it. So I probably will do some coding today. Nothing crazy. I'm not doing it because I think I need to. I'm doing it because like it's a cool opportunity because I'm really excited about what I want to build today. But yeah, hoping all of you guys have a really good holiday season, and it's okay to take breaks. You don't have to be grinding 24/7. I don't really subscribe to that mindset at all. Like maybe tomorrow I won't post any videos or do anything, so we'll see. We're in kind of a weird place where we pretty much have the core of the platform built out. Like we got a couple really good first users that we're really lucky to get. And they helped us build like the core of the platform to where it is today and what we have it. And it's pretty much best in class, honestly, from like what we know of all the other platforms. We've tested them all out. And right now, like it's kind of a weird period because all of our customers are happy and everyone's using the platform and everyone likes what it has to offer. But because it is Christmas, everyone that was supposed to onboard onto it, like new customers and stuff like that, they're all on vacation and people are out of office. So I don't want to build stuff without more customers specifically asking for it. I don't like just building new features and hoping people like it. I like, doing stuff for a purpose to try and solve a real problem. But the core platform is there and it's pretty much well built and there's nothing I really want to change with it, nothing I want to refactor. And we don't have any new users requesting anything else and our current users are satisfied. So kind of a bit of a building lull because we're not really sure what to build while we wait for everyone. Maybe some like go-to-market like funnel or something with LinkedIn DMs or some shit. It's very important whenever you're doing a startup that you take a focaccia break. What do we got here?
Homemade focaccia bread.
Wow, very Italian. It's from one of our recipes that I got right here. I have a recipe for focaccia and sourdough bread that I've tested for a long amount of time and made. So every holiday season, it's currently Christmas Eve, we make a fresh batch for everyone. Yeah, look at that cross section. You might think this is a normal Christmas tree, but deep inside the tree is this guy. Charlie, say hi. It's Fallon's mascot right here. The dragon inspired by this guy. So usually while I'm hanging out, like I'm playing Arc Raiders, I listen to a podcast on the side. And this one was on Lenny's podcast from this dude who is a AI researcher. And he talks a lot about how guardrails don't actually work for AI. And we were just watching it. And what are your thoughts on that?
I think a lot of people aren't really thinking about like AI safety and like prompt injections and things like that. But I think we're in like a really good place now with the observability, because then when companies start thinking about these things, we can kind of go into that direction.
Yeah, guardrails were one thing we were thinking of moving into, but he pretty much says guardrails don't work at all and they're completely useless. Instead, what you want to focus on is things like observability, compliance, and also thinking about like different techniques to like try and mitigate what actual permissions the AI agents have, instead of trying to mitigate how the user tries to jailbreak them, because they could just be broken doing anything. Essentially, it's not you won't be able to consistently be able to prevent jailbreaking or prompt injection. If the big AI labs can't do it, then certainly no guardrail company is going to. So, and then maybe later on something like what he talked about called Camel, which limits what permissions your AI agent actually has depending on what the user's asking for.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like that would be really good for AI agents because there's so many steps in the process, and if you can like isolate each individual one instead of giving access to so much, I think that would be cool.
So we want to run evals on production logs for a specific sample size on a routine schedule. So whether that's like every hour or every day or every week, and then it will run it against like maybe 5, 10, 20% of your production log. So I like separating it. So we won't add it to traces. We'll create its own section because then it's going to have its own type of data.
Exactly. We should be able to like filter our traces based on which ones have the evals, and maybe even see like a preview of it on the table column itself, but the actual data for it should live in the trace panel. What do you think, Toby?
Because we've already created tags and stuff like that, we can reuse that. So they decide which ones they want to actually run on.
So we're going to create a separate microservice to get all of the eval configs and trace IDs and pop that into a Redis queue. And then we're going to have a second microservice that's going to be the LLM as a judge, and that's actually going to run the eval. So it's going to pop it out of the Redis queue and run it with the LLM judge, and then we're going to get the scores and save that to the database. So it'll be pretty modular and scalable. So if we want to have multiple microservices as the LLM as a judge, it will be a lot faster because then we just pop it out of the Redis queue. There's no duplications or anything like that.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was good.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna work on some stuff for the business now because I have free time.
So, coding while we're watching Severance, and I noticed OpenAI has this really nice like incident report page, and it's powered by Incident.io, and I didn't want to go pay for them. So what I did instead was I just vibe coded our own copy of it. It checks every single one of our statuses and pings it every 30 seconds, updates our database with it, and it shows all our uptime percentages across different months and stuff like that. So that way when we're talking to companies, we have some proof of to why we're actually, you know, staying up and not going down all the time. And I love chilling in bed because it's the perfect time to like vibe code these non-essential things that I don't need too much brain power for. You know, while watching a show or something, I can queue up the prompt and then just like watch a show and then come back to it and see how it did and stuff like that. But yeah, this is now running.